And so I just want to show you what is going on, or what was going on during the last years in Koblenz. So I always want to emphasize that the ISM, so Mo, I think we did a talk about it yesterday or days before. So the ISM is known, and so we see the problems in Koblenz also in a larger context, that the neoliberalism and the cuts of costs are problems, or the commercializing the education is a problem also in Germany or also in Koblenz, and here are a few examples. So I can click it away, the Skype. Yeah,
das geht auch.
Okay. So, in the beginning, there was the word or the idea. Yeah. So the institute. So I'm reporting about an institute. Right? I can go back. Yeah. So this is the image or the logo of the institute we founded. And the title is Institute of Applied Disenchantment of Politics. So there's a double meaning of this disenchantment of politics. It means, on the one hand side, the students are bored about the politics, what's going on. On the other side, and they take action. That's one possibility. Or the other reaction is they are bored because of the politics and they do nothing. So that's sometimes a problem, to mobilize people to do political things. So we tried it in different contexts. I will show you. So in the beginning we had of the founding, we had many people. They created this idea, and they tried to build something what can solve the problem of disenchantment with politics. So there was the protest 2009 in Germany. It's called Bildungsstreik. You can translate it with formation strike or formation protest. This may be better than strike. And it was 2009. There was occupied the Audimax, the largest lecture theater in Koblenz. And we had also plenary meetings of the students. And nowadays we can say this was the birth, or the earliest hour of this idea later came to this institute. And so many people, they were involved in 2009 in the strike or in the protest, are nowadays also in the student government or student administration body, and take responsibility for the students. So we had also to provoke, because of the cuts. The cuts belong to the for the teaching area, or the abolishing. Yeah, it's maybe better. The abolishing of teaching education in the area of arts. So, to provoke, we had a funeral march and also a funeral service, and it was a strong statement to show what's going on in the university, that the pluralism and the many different possibilities were cut because of shortness of money. And so there were also, it was 2 years ago in November 2011, we had also a discussion with the president, the responsible person for these cuts. So the president, Professor Heiligenthal, was part of a discussion in the Audimax, in the greatest lecture hall, and yeah, we confronted him with the problems and said what's going on and what will happen in the future if there's one course is cut, so what will be the future. And yeah, this was 2011. So there are also other problems, like you can get support from the state if you are short of money and or your parents are not able to give you money. But in Koblenz especially, it was very difficult to get this benefits because the offices were not working in a proper time, and they always said we have too less people, and so we did a protest on the campus, in the field or campus, and there was camping on it. A week long, was come together, and was also socializing with music and a lot of party, but also the protest that it's necessary to live on the campus instead in a flat because of the lack of support from the government. And also another effect was that the parliament, the student parliament, had a debate on the campus, you see here, and it was also part of their debating what's going on. Then in October 2012, so around about a year ago, there was a protest march, and nearly 800 students walked from the university to the inner city of Koblenz. It's around about 3 kilometers, 3 or 4 kilometers. So we walked through the city and had a final event in the inner city in front of a church, and it was a protest of different parts of the university. That's also interesting. It was also the professors, so the teaching staff, the students, of course, also people they are employed in the university, and so they all came together. And you see maybe here, there was a final event of the protest march to bring these problems to the public and to show that we are unsatisfied with the situation. And the protests were, I would say, friendly or peaceful, so there were no violence. And it was mentioned in the media, and so the reaction is often, it's mentioned in the media, everyone says, oh yeah, there's a problem, but then business as usual goes on. Inside the university, there was the next step, that there's an election every year. So last year, 2013, was the election of the parliament again, and we had 4 different student groups. So the Young Socialists, the Green Campus Green, the GEW, it's a union, and La Polit means Lehramt, LA for Lehramt politisch. This is for all teacher students, a list for teacher students, and they try to bring in the needs of the teacher students in the university or in the whole politics of the university. So this was also then the next step. So they presented them their ideas on a special day in December last year, and so we had again 4 lists, and also we had at the beginning of this year a plenary meeting again with as many students as possible, and there were different topics mentioned. Also, for example, one thing is that we try to establish a county-wide ticket for the public transport. That's maybe it's usually here in Hessen and also in North Rhine-Westphalia, and this is also one topic. But of course, the cuts in the university, they are for the in the long running future were also a topic of the discussions, and it's difficult to find solution for this. So we tried also to mobilize for the election, because the student government, the student body is stronger if more people go to the election and vote for it. So last time we had around about 12% or 13%, so it's not quite a lot. I don't know what's usual here in Marburg. 13. That's quite, it's better. It's a problem because of the change of the student system. So we have bachelor master now in Germany from 2010 on. Before there wasn't possible to have also Magister, Staatsexamen, Diplom, and now it's everything bachelor master, and so the style of studying is changed. So everyone, like it was mentioned before from the Vienna delegation, that everyone tries to keep going and tries to avoid to study, just to do exams and go on, and everything became quicker and also more formal. I think the whole process, Bologna process 2010, was an increase of formal things like ETCS points and all the bachelor, master, diploma and exams. So there were a lot of formal stuff, and I think there's suffering the content often. So an idea, we did a protest song during the time 2009. It said content and form in balance. Balance is for everyone a chance. So to have both is important, not only formal things or only content, but content exists always in a kind of form, but if you emphasize too much the form, the content is suffering. So to find this balance, that's a challenge for the future and also for everyone in the university to find the balance between content and form. And in the end, I have here also a discussion panel. Was also in the beginning of the year. This year, it was also before the student election, student parliament election, and there are the four lists again, and we had also the Professor Kravitz. He is retired, and he is supporting us to go on the way to bring the protest to the students and to symbolize a critical thinking in this system we are in. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And in the end, because of the of the greater context, I want to show you a small little video.
Windows button.
Yeah.
Windows button press.
Escape.
Yeah.
Okay. So this song, because I'm doing music, so it's not so far away to create a song. I created the song of the global wave of action, so to support the free education movement and the international student movement. And I think you enjoy the music. The style is of course discussable, but it's difficult to hit or to meet all tastes of they exist. But the music is just a vehicle, it's to transport something. So,
Education.